You know, from me, nothing is ever going to be just a normal course. All right? So, we're going to be trying to look at, sorry for you guys, but just take the techniques as they come from the Shinkido club. But we'll try and look at Wado in a slightly different way. Yeah, some of my guys have already done some of these things before. And if we went to Bulgaria, yes, we did some of the things there. All right, but, right, okay. I'm not going to tell you exactly what we're doing, but I'll leave it up to you to find out. All right, I'm sure it'll come at the end. So, anybody? Anybody wants to come up? Ah, nice one, Paul. Okay, so, can you come this way, Paul? Yeah. We'll take it one step at a time, and they will be small exercises, yeah, that won't take long, and then we'll build them up and build them up and build them up. Okay, so, yeah, so I want you to think about drop-in, and I want you to think about moving. So try and make the move from your shoulder, not from your elbow, because as soon as I start bending this elbow, Paul will tense up and it makes this, he knows what I'm doing then, yeah? But if I can keep this as relaxed as possible and I'm dropping, so it's not so, he knows I'm doing something, but not as obvious as lifting. As soon as I lift, he tenses. So drop and a big circle. Yeah. Can you partner off and start doing that? Yeah? Carry on. Good. That's it. So drop and swing it this way. That's it. Try and keep as old. Yeah. Yeah. Frank?
Fabio.
Fabio.
Just Fab for sure.
Fab. Okay. So if I do this, you're going to feel it. If I just drop and a big move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So this left one. Yeah. Swing it this way. Draw a big circle. Okay. If you can do it with your left, because it'll line, it will. You know where we're going.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Drop. And a big circle. So you must have found out that if you bent your arm, it was quite difficult to do. If you straightened your arm and kept it straight and came from the shoulder, it was a lot easier to do. Yeah? Okay. Anybody else? Next. So grab. This time, make sure you get into a good vantage point, not just stopping there and, yeah? So, I want to drop again. I want to bring this hand here. Just keep your hand open. Don't clench it. But again, relaxed. Elbow. You can see the leverage point. Forward, 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 and through. If you do it fluid and relaxed, Gary will shoot off the end. Drop and through. You got that?
Yep, I've got the
Yeah. Here. Follow me.
You break the. Yep.
And if he keeps on, pop it out.
Try and stand.
Do my both hands. Both hands. What I want you to do is bring them off balance and position your body. Just there. Doesn't matter about this. We'll carry on with that afterwards. What I don't want to see is this. If they're pulling slightly, don't want to see the back heel come on off the floor. That means I'm going that way. It's if you can break their balance, then they're easier to move. Yeah? Elbow in from the shoulder. Try not to do things with your elbow. People find it very easy to do this with their elbow, but you need to start doing it from your... So this technique starts from here. And down, and with your weight. Down, 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 down. Can you find that? Yep. Okay? Wish, carry on. Wish.
You don't want separating.
Feel there. Just feel. So you're engaging other muscles?
The lats.
Yeah, your lats.
Yeah.
Both hands if you want. Yeah, so instead of this from here, basically it's getting my elbow down. Yeah?
Does it feel like you're rolling your shoulder?
Yeah. Then down. Okay. If you are rolling your shoulder, you're actually repositioning your elbow. So you want to get this this part rolling, but it actually pulls the elbow down and in. Not this, and nothing happening. Yeah? Else you end up doing this. You need your body weight behind it. So as you roll, think about trying to point your elbow to the floor, but using your, instead of doing this, do it with your shoulder and your lats. You want to engage your lats. Yeah? Carry on. And try and use both hands. Get them to use both hands, grip. It's so important to get that. Have you got it?
Saying that the big failure point with a lot of this is if they leave their elbow, if they move before moving, instead of moving the elbow and the body together, a lot of them try to...
You watch what happens to that shoulder when I do mine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's automatic.
Yeah, wish. If he's holding really tight. Yeah. Want to use that? I want to use that. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I knew it'd be trouble. So, if it's really tight, you need to use your body as well. Engage your lats. Bring them. Okay? Yeah? Carry on. Not pull, engage. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're Darren. If you can't do it, yeah, use Use your body.
Right, okay.
Some of you are doing this. This is good, this is good, this is good, this is not so good. This is good, this is good, this is not so good. You're having to force their weight, yeah, instead of just dropping your arm down and using your stance in your body to go down. Yeah, not your arm. Takamoto used to do quite a good exercise with this. Come on, Dave. Ah, is that your bad arm? Okay, so will be now. Push. Okay. Doing Girambore like this does not work unless this is in flow and you can deflect the force that's coming to you. But here, just like moving some crumbs off your gi, yeah? So just for a couple, I know we're building it up. Okay. Okay, just down, down. After all, this is where your arms would naturally fall. This is Girambore. This isn't Girambore. Yeah, this is Girambore. Yeah, how many times has your instructor told you, just for your fist, just above your, one fist distance above your knee, get your Girambores down. Down, Girambore. Just try with your partner, put as much pressure as you want, try a couple this way. Watch what you're doing, Kerry, okay? This one, just drop down, just drop it down. See how little effort you need to move their arm that's solidly in there. Yeah? Carry on, couple. So get a Junzuki stance and put as much pressure on there as you want. Or Gakuzuki, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah? Relax your arm up. Now just wipe it down. Okay,
Not
Wish.
quite. Just- Okay, yeah, yeah.
If there's a gap, yeah, Wish. Lean on it. as much as you- Whoops, sorry. Just go through it, like a racer going through a line. Both hands, yeah. Yeah. Worst case scenario, isn't it? Once you've got him down there, we want to bring him back up. Then we want to draw a straight line down. Was that you?
Yeah.
Roll, bring your elbow down, get your weight to go back. Through, down. While he's down there, then bring him back up, then down. You need to find a technique, not strength. That's what this is about, technique. Roll, drop, weight, this way. Let your body come to your arm so your body's connecting with it. Up. Big move. Then down. Okay, can you try that? Aish, Carry on.
Stand up tall. No.
Up.
Bend.
Straight.
Straight.
Now bend. Yeah. Yeah, it's keeping this. And then.
Yeah.
If you can keep this straight, big circle, big circle, big circle, big circle. Then the last, yeah, and you turn. Yeah, man. Somebody's bending this arm to try and get up there. Straight, 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 straight. Then finish off. Bring your elbow in. Wrist should be working as well. Then down. Okay, so try and keep this straight as possible. Last little bit, pull your elbow in. Can you see the effect he's having on pull? And don't forget to use your wrist. I'm splitting them down, but I would be doing it at the same time. Yeah, and then draw down the center. Carry on. Now just, yeah, can you see how much pressure he's putting on? Now,
Right. So it's like you come up as if you've got a shield.
yes,
And then
then down. Because you're doing an arc, this is like a radius, yeah? Then you want to resettle it. Can you see? Now I'm going to go turning and down. Yeah, man. Can't cash. You got the easiest one. On this side, yeah. I want you to try. You've got to find this. Seems very easy. If I do this, stand up. If I turn my hand, different. This way, because I'm not engaging this more. As soon as I turn it this way, so can you quickly just try it with your partner, try this one. If you're left-handed, use the left hand. All right, but here, just push down. Turn, relax, engage this, and down. Definitely a difference.
Definitely difference, yeah.
Okay, can you just try it and feel it? Because that's what you want for this. Yeah, not here or here. Yeah. Just try it, feel it.
because if you use just this part here, just bend it.
Use the pillow, yeah.
Just engage your lats and bring it down. That's it. So you won't feel, excuse me, Dan, you won't feel this, you'll feel that. You got it? And the next? Push. Grip. Grip. Where are you going? No, turn around. That's it, grab my hand. That's good. Here.
Hello.
Okay. So you're putting them all together now. Yeah? Up, down, across. Good. Grab. Okay? So, what exactly are you doing? Pinanidan. Sorry, fish. So what it should tell you is don't do this. Big movement. So don't do Pinanidan how you used to do it. Well, you ain't got a clue anyway, so brilliant. You only know the one way. That's fantastic. So, not this. That's terrible, I know. So, imagine, if you want to try it yourself first before you do it with a partner, just feel with your wrists and your body. And then do it with a partner. Yeah? But feel every little bit that you do. Yeah? Carry on. There's lots of space, so I'll move out. Behind all this, there's a body movement. And you need to use your body to do it. So, here, it's not put your heel down and step. It's this starting this Ryusui. Ryusui, anybody? Flowing, water flowing. So you need to get this body moving in. Yeah, not stepping. Doesn't matter what your arm movements are doing. You need to get this body moving. You need to get this body dropping, moving, moving, move, move. Fluid. Yeah, not stop, start, stop, start. Yeah, a couple more. Then we need to move on. Any questions? I think Otsuka III was on about doing in a kata competition, one where it's all just flowing moves and not block, punch, but just continually flowing. And Sensei Schmitz was doing this some years ago, trying to make the kata just flow and not have any, bish, bash, bosh in it. Just a complete and utter Ryusui, feeling into it. Tanden. Yeah. Most martial arts come from here. And it's difficult to comprehend until the light bulb moment goes. That you have to move from here. Yeah. You see people walking like this, don't you? Yeah. Good posture when you're walking, but you're moving from here. So when you're doing your karate, you need to make sure that this, even if it's a maegeri, a front kick, yeah, you have to make sure that this is moving and putting putting the foot in the right place. You can't do it from, yeah, it's kicking out there and kicking out there. Yeah, when you do a Junzuki, if you did this, there's a tension here. It should be. It don't need much to bring it to the center. Just a small piece. Same happens with the legs. It's not, I can't do it. Here, the hip drops in, but the stomach drops in. So it's in the center. Hip. So it all should generate from here. You got Otsuka, the third was on about it when, about internal movement. When you did Maigeri or a Moashigeri, it's like a ball inside here. Yeah, not just a kick, even if you've got your hip put in. Because all that would do would be just lift and skim. You have to get this radius to turn into a straight line. And to put the straight line in, you have to push your hip in. So to get this from a scoop, you have to get this tendon to actually push in to get straight, to get this circular, this arc into a straight line. Yep. Okay, so yes, definitely move from here. Wadoryu is not easy. Definitely not easy. So even with your kions, with your partner work, you should be moving your tandem to punch with, not. Yeah, that's a pattern of doing a kion, but it's not a kion. There's no kime in it. One from here, drop, and punch. So the same with your katas, it needs to move from here. Shito, okay, shito, here, pulling in. Next part. Not Pinani then. We'll carry on for Pinani. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Would be a tall guy, wouldn't it? So I might have to do a little bit of something else in there, but that's fine. Okay. Aish.
One hold your hands.
Two would be nice. Stance, that's fine. Just to so it stabilises you. But move from here. Thank you. Tap. Sorry.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Tap out. If you're with a tour guide, you have to put something else in there. Did you notice it? Yeah, the knee. Okay. So here, turn again. Go forward. Feel him going backwards. You don't want him to come onto you. Okay? And turn. Up, round. You ready? That was nice, your head going back. Can you come around here? Chest goes forward. No need to grab. Okay, and this foot here. You want to be going into here. Okay? Yep. So doing it slow. Find this movement. Going forward, while you're going forward, grab. Come around the back if you need to. Yeah, come around. Yeah, get the chest, find a lock. You don't have to grab. If you want to grab, fine, but it's a bit of a waste. Madonna. Yeah, chest forward. The As soon as I tap, let go. Yeah? Shh. Watch what you're doing. Carry on. If I do it to you, you'll feel it, and if you feel it, you'll know what to do.
That'd be great.
Okay? So, if I keep it straight, I can't do this. If I'm going forward with my stance, I can. This one. Okay, and this one. Yeah. If I just leave it there trying to do this, can't do it. So, going forward, I can. Yeah. And go forward. If I stop here, I can't turn it. I can't do it. Yeah. If I turn and I'm going forward, okay.
I'm not sure. Is that right? So, like in close? I'm not really familiar with this one.
You're not familiar with it. It's all right.
Don't recognise it.
You don't recognise it. Grab.
Yep.
Grab. If I do this, I can't grab. As soon as I start going forward and turning my wrist, it's not a problem. Yeah? Turn, I can't grab. As soon as I go forward and turn, I can.
Yeah.
Now, there's no need to grab. No, just let it drop over. Now, for some reason, turn your hand towards me. Just don't have to grab. Now, this. Shove your chest forward. That's it. Nice one. So there's no need to grab with it.
Yeah.
It's because I'm actually, if I'm like this, can you see I'm only using this? As soon as I turn this, I'm using my elbow.
Yeah.
So no need to grab. Mudana. Wasted move. Okay, so I could do with 2 people this time. I'm not going to do anything fantastic, but I need 2 people.
Which couldn't make it.
Colin couldn't make it. Can you stand about 45 degrees? Over here, sorry. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Fighting stance. My hand's turning purple now.
Oh, right,
No, that's fine. I don't mind. I haven't got a problem.
Ex-copper.
Yeah. Good job the handcuffs weren't in there. You were what? Okay. Can you sort of come around here, please? Come in closer. Okay. So they can see. Change your stance. And I want you to push in Gakazuki. Gakazuki? Gakazuki? Go. Yeah. Okay? So what I need you to do is when the Gakazuki comes in, you change it. So I'm going to use Rob. I'm going to use Rob as my cover. So as I'm moving across, the Gakazuki's coming. So poor old Rob, being an ex-policeman, is getting throttled, his arm broken, and a punch in the stomach. So I want you to imagine that Gakazuki coming in. Yeah? The other policeman.
Yeah.
Good. So change that. So again, roll, turn, coming in. Thank you. Shouldn't have been too tall. Yeah. When the punch comes in, move him across. Make sure you don't pull him across and get head-butted yourself. Yeah? And stop there. Haven't finished with it yet. Okay, so imagine this, that Gakazuki coming in. Have you guessed what it is yet? Yeah. Pinan Sandan. Okay. Turn, round, pull. And don't search for it. Brush down. If you're not partnered off with a lady, if you're with gents, try and come down their chest, because you will catch their arm then. If you're going round, you won't catch their arm. And make sure you get your head out the way. And you can start the move. Yep. Don't forget. Wish. Carry on. Try not to sway back. Go forward. Center. Center. You've Tai Chi, haven't you?
Also, you're pushing me back right now. Going that way, aren't I?
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
You should have your other leg. Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry.
Okay, so, right,
Yeah.
grab. So, keep it going to his centre.
Got it.
And you can use this.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa. I'm going to
Yeah.
elongate the joint. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, yeah man. Yeah man. Some of you finding the this a little bit awkward or can't quite get it? Anybody? It's always the old ones, isn't it? Never the young ones. Okay, so when you come round, you need to think about where you're putting your forearm and your elbow. So this is fine here. That's obviously sticking to the kata. But if you're finding this difficult, drop your elbow behind, your forearm behind. A bit worse, isn't it? A bit worse. So, yeah. Then you've got this anchorage here, and then the leverage. You're going to lever around here. So this is going to go down, and this one's going to come up. Rather than coming all the way around. If you come all the way around, you start doing with the muscular part rather than the bone, because you want the bone. There's two bones here. You want the one bone. So just try that leverage, getting this slightly over the shoulder. Yep. Carry on. Okay, now you've got this bit. It's this bit that you want to have a little bit of faith in. So instead of being like this is the one that you haven't got faith in because you're grabbing him.
Right.
Right, so
A little bit more difficult, but
you got a hand free. So Pinan Sandan. It's about making your movements fluid and putting a bit of a purpose behind them. It's almost like an oikomite. Oikomite means making it practical. Yeah, it's not just like the 8 oikomites that Sensei Suzuki left us, but there are other oikomites that you can do. It doesn't have to be those 8. It's putting the practical usages to, yeah. So, kosets. Yeah. So think about it when you come to do it next time. Yeah, it's not the mark of Zorro. Okay? Right? But thinking about your moving, choking, going around the back, yeah? Have a quick drink, we'll have a go at something else. Carry on. Shh. Just get the one arm going, we'll get the other arm going in a minute. I need to get that initial movement. Using your hip the opposite way. Okay? Carry on. You need to be using your wrist and your palm. It's not going to work if you don't. It's that, remember the other night, that
Yeah.
body going one way, hip going the other.
Exactly. That twist.
Yeah. Okay, now what you can do is come in at a closer angle. So instead of coming, 90 degrees to it, you're coming in more acute.
Right, yeah.
But at the end, try and feel. Body's going to go one way, hip's going to go the other. This is the bit you're not seeing. Without this, it's not going to work. So make sure you've got your hip going one way and your body going the other. Yeah. Carry on. Okay, you can actually use your hip and your body without actually committing to one direction. So I'm here, coming up, still square. Now I'm just going to round here. Yeah, this is going to go this way, body's going to go that way. So hip this way, body this way. Hips the other way.
Okay.
So it's right leg back.
Yep.
Yeah, here. Now, you can come into the oblique angle, which we'd get to eventually. But to make it easier, come around here. Now, my hip's going to go this way, and my body's going to go that way. Body's gone that way, hip's gone this way. Yeah. Body that way, hip this way.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Some of you struggling with this opposite hip and body movement, yeah? So, here, instead of bringing it up high, better here. Then I want you to put your hip this way and you this way. So, try getting out of the lock, but using your hip. Yeah, if you bring it too high, it's a little bit more awkward. But if you find the fundamentals of it, keeping it sort of chewed on, here, round. Yeah, go as far as you can, elbow down. Then hip, body. Yep. Carry on. Ready for the next bit? Oh, just make sure you can see. Same hand. Yeah, round. Take. That's fine. If you want, adjust it, it's not a problem. Okay. One, turn the wrist, find that part. Then suri. Suri. Carry on. And then this corkscrews. That's it. And your knees. Knees have to be. Push. Can you use your knees, not just your arm and the muscles in your arm, but lowering your weight to bring them down? Yeah? Hip, turn. Here. So Sonobaid is not this. Putting your foot across and punching. Sonobaid so what you end up doing is slowing your punch down to how quickly your foot can go across. Yeah, so try and punch from here. The only reason that comes across is to allow the hit to come through just that little bit more. That's all Sonobaid is for. Hip, hip, and punch. So the same here. 1, 2. Here. 3. And if you do your timing right, you've more or less got one foot on the floor and you're going forward, so you've got maximum weight in that split second going forward behind your punch, as opposed to 2 foot, 2 feet, 1 foot, 2 foot, punch. Just think how many iterations you've gone through. 2 feet, 2 feet. Yep. Okay, carry on. Next one's easy, so who wants? This one's about using your shoulder and your elbow. So all I want you to find, I want you to find this. And turn it. Point it towards Darren. Yep, if you want to. If you're in the centre, you're moving, you should be able to move. If I'm off centre, it's not having the sound effect. Be in the centre. Okay, but it's quite a simple one. Body. Turn. Find the centre. Yep, carry on. Right. Very small, but it needs to be done. Pretty easy one to do, wasn't it? You know that one? So, next person. Nice one. Good. Both. So I want one. Then I want them to keep hold, because I'm going to quickly swap. Then I'm doing Tsuryuki and Hikite. Yeah, then I'm going to punch. Sorry guys, I'll have to buy you a pint after for putting up with this. Okay, kata. Chinto. So, you feel the hook? Feel the hook? Suri. Now I'm going to swap you the other way. Drop it. Now, Suri. But it's not with the arms. You need to, with your hip. Then, you've got your Gakuzuki. So try and take your Tate Seishan, or it's a small stance to the side. Yeah? Yeah? Feel. Feel. Together. Swap it. Oh, keep hold. Yeah? Hikite. When you touch, that's the point to stop with this arm, with your left arm. It's the point to carry on with your migi, your right. Yeah? Then you left. So it's knowing which one to switch on and switch off. Both. Drop, touch, stop, but not stop. It's a change. Instead of your arms, it's now your hip. If you're just using your arms, that's pure strength. You want to use your hip. Yeah? Hip. And then you punch. You got that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then your chinta will look as though you're actually doing something instead of just flailing some hands around. Yeah? Wish. Carry on. Try and spread out a little bit more. Give yourself some more room. Carry on. Yeah, fill this one first, Dave. Yeah, wish. Because then you've got this one. It's coming back. Touch. Yeah, and then I can keep hold of it, swap it round. Lean back. Yeah, now, from there, just so as it starts touching the arm. That now, stop. When it touches the arm, now, pull the hip back. That's it. Now, punch. Now you've got the hand movements. There's an extra turn with your hip. 1. Hips this way, body's the other way. Now, hip comes down, squares up. Then you do a hikite again with your hip. Then it's your sonobate. I'm mainly talking to Dan grades, right? Or those taking first dan, because it's Shinto part of it. So, hip and body. Now, relax, so the body will square up. Then hip comes back. Then it's hip coming back for your Gakuzuki. So the last couple of goes, take your time, take it slow, but find those. The difficult one, hip, body, relax, squares up. Hikite, pulling back. Then hip going in. If you can find this inside movement, yeah, your external movement will be a lot quicker. Yeah, carry on. Right. Try and get this one. Nice. If I do this, it naturally comes to the outside, the carry. But then I'll bring it back. Yeah, so get that one on the outside. Do you want to take a guess? Okay. So it's this ridge of knuckles into this ridge of knuckles. Doesn't really, what we're doing today, but yeah, grab both. Okay, carry on. Take it underneath. Here, Dave. Excuse. Yeah. So you're going that way. So theoretically, I'm just disjointing it for the moment. No, keep it there. So if you go that way, it's going to go that way. So, yeah, man. If you don't know the kata, you go slightly back and slightly to the side. So it's a small, like Gakuzuki no Tsukami stance. It's called Yokosei-shan. Yokosei-shan. So, yeah. So you are going back. You're dropping though. You need to have soft knees. As Sensei Shimizu would always say, have soft knees. Yeah, carry on. Yeah, man. Can you make sure you are using your wrists? Wrists. Yeah, not just Gaiwan or Sotobuki, yeah, but you're turning. It's like a cam. Yeah? Okay, carry on. Both.
Okay.
Just drop.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm coming from your inside
Yeah.
to out.
Yeah.
So you don't only want to use your wrist, I'll be mentioning it in a minute. You need to use your
Chest and shoulders.
yes.
Back,
Yeah, man. Can you do this? Now do this. In, out. Okay, now do this. Okay, so 1, 2. Use your wrist and use your chest, your body, concave to convex. Yeah. Okay. Use your expansion. Use your internal. Yeah. Carry on. Yeah. Now, if you can move them a little bit more, around the wrist. Good there, yeah. So this shouldn't be. You're going to just slip it underneath. Yeah. Push. Within. Elbows. Yeah. Relax. Wrists. Elbows. Yeah. Make sure you can see. Nice. Kata. Taking Jamie to the side to do this. Now it's not this. Seishan, moving. You see Jamie moving? Moving back. Relax to the side, chest, elbows, calm. Get your weight going forward. I don't want to stop stepping forward when Jamie's there. I want him to be moving. Then I move. And this one for Maigeri or Marshigeri. Yeah, to stop Maigeri or Marshigeri. Yeah, so slowly. Yeah, 1, 1. Move forward and down. Through, touch. Hip. And cover. Yeah. Okay, carry on. Now, keep your elbow in. No, Sensei. Keep your elbow in. This one. Now, bend your knees forward. Can you see him going back? Now, step in. Bring it up. Now, down. And up. Seisha. Yeah. But you want him to be moving. That first move. Grab. So you don't feel anything. I'm using my chest.
Ah, yeah.
You don't want to be him standing there while you're trying to move forward.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So, concave. Yeah? Starting to move forward. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's not me doing this. I want to be stepping. This one. This one's going the way for I want for the Uki, but this one's coming down for here. Yeah?
So does that hand, I noticed once we've done that, that hand stays there, and as you then move, it's this that comes up to
Yes.
join, and then drops.
Yeah, but as it drops, turn your hip. That's it. Yeah? No, because you've gone a little bit too long with your Yoko Sashan.
A little more narrow. Oh, yeah. Ah, okay. Yeah. That's what I'm going too far on the angle. Sure.
Yeah?
Out of position.
This one's not so nice. Come on, Kerry. Grab. not his hand. If it's his hand, he can take his hand away. It needs to be half and half. Move out the way. Okay? Carry on. Try not to turn, leave your body this way. So, 1. Now, forward and 2. Drop your hip in. No, we're going this way, but my hips dropping down to extend this one. Then down. Now, round. Forward. Then up. Yeah? Up. So I'm going here. I'm still square with you. I'm going that way. Through. I'm using my hip. Just up this one. Grab. Here. You can see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Ji-tai. Ji-tai. Yeah, not Jihon and not Ji-in. Elbow. Elbow turn. Down. It's your elbow. Get your elbow. Yeah? In. Yeah? Concave, convex. Going forward, so I'm going to take your weight. So it's easier. And my hips drop for this kick. Now grab my hand. Here. Elbow starts working. Wrist starts working.
Yeah.
You know. You got it? You okay?
I think he's doing all right.
Good. Now pull your chest apart. That's good. Okay. Now from there, right? Take him forward. Not take him back. Now, when he's going back, now in. That's it. Clap. Elbow. Down. Now down, down, down. That's it. And instead of turning here, it's limited you to this range.
Yes.
If you go into horse riding stance, see how much more drive you got through. Can you come a little bit closer? That's fine. Okay, I've never seen so many people work so hard on their katas. Yeah? You sort of know your katas, but you don't know your katas. And the only way you can find out about your wrists, your elbow, your shoulders moving, you're taking your weight forward, yeah, using here, is to do it with your, very loosely I'll call it jiu-jitsu moves. I'm no jiu-jitsu expert, so, you know. But I really believe if you can spend some time, you know, yeah. You look at them totally different. And you can see that people understand what they're doing with their kata. These are just suggestions. You can if you want to, you can not make your own moves up, but within reason, as long as you don't really divert or deviate from your kata too much. You can tell when you're in a competition or a grading, the people that mean the kata, they've got this kime, this spirit in there. You can almost see their opponent. Yeah. If it's just a dance, then there's no kime, there's no spirit. Techniques are false. Yeah, you need to generate that feeling. Yeah. And that's the part of you being able to switch on, switch off. You can be Mr. Nice Guy, and then possibly not so Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah, but it's got to start with this, obviously, and your body. Yeah, any questions about the last couple that we've done? No? Okay. Finished? Okay, line up. I'm not a great believer in holding a course and just doing Junzuki, Gakuzuki, Maegiri, Gakuzuki. You've got to work harder, faster. You're all of a certain grade and you should be using this. Yeah? This is the thing that's going to change. Yeah? Especially when you're old. You can't train as hard as you, but your techniques need to be there. You learn and find your techniques, you've got them for the rest of your life. Yeah? I was just fast and sparring and then I got to 50 and I couldn't carry on like that. So that's when you have to find Wadoryu. Okay? I was hoping Jim Walker was going to be here because I was going to call this a Star Trek course. It's Wado Jim, but knows we know it. Okay? Put it together. Ready? Stop! Arigato gozaimasu. Kikai. Oi! Osh. Thank you very much. Okay? Okay, thanks. It means a lot to me. You guys have travelled long distances. So thank you. I hope you think it's been worth it. All right. Hey! Let's go and get a drink.